Hello kindergartners, Mrs. Wallstrand here. We are ready for another number lesson. Today we're going to be talking about, you guessed it, number 8. Let's start by counting on our fingers. So get your fists ready and you can count with me this time. We're going to go really slow, and every time we put up a finger we're going to say the next number. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right now we should have a group of 5 on one hand, all of our fingers up, and then 3 on the second hand. Let's check our work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got it. That's 8. Let's take a peek at Anno's counting book. Here is our numerical number 8. And over here we have our 8 cubes. Let's start at the bottom and count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice counting. Now I'm going to hold up our Anno's counting page. We know the drill by now. You can press pause and see how many groups of 8 you can find in this beautiful fall scene. All right. Now let's talk about how we form our letter 8. Letter 8, number 8. 8 is not a letter, it's a number. So thinking about how we write our number 8, there are 2 ways that we see number 8's written. The first way is called the snowman way. And the snowman way has its pros and cons. It can be tricky because if we don't get our circles touching together, then it doesn't look like a number 8. But it works for some people. It looks like this. I would start at the dot and I would do a circle as big as the top line and the dotted line. Then I would pick up my pencil and put it at the dotted line, just at the same point that the bottom of my first circle was. And then I would do another circle between the dotted line and the bottom line. That's one way to make an 8. Sometimes when we do it this way though, like I was saying earlier, our 8s can look like that. And when they're not connected, they look like a goofy 8. So you can try it that way if that way's easier, but make sure those circles are connecting. The second way to make an 8 is the way that we use called the S way. And we start by making a letter S. So just like starting at the dot, we would make our little curve and then our backwards little curve, just like we make an S. But now I'm going to make a backwards S, or a line that goes all the way up and connects at the top. Now that one looks a little goofy because I did it slow, but if I were to do it a little bit faster, I would make my curve for my S, and then I would make my backwards S and curve my way back up to the top. And that's the way that I am going to do all of my 8s on this page. I'm not going to do the snowman way, I'm going to do the S curve way. And I already wrote my name on your paper. You can take a second and pause if you need to write your name on your paper. And I'm going to start at the dot. I'm going to do this a little closer here. I'm going to do my S and connect it at the top. Try and keep that 8 between the top line and the bottom line. And mine have kind of gone below the bottom line a little bit, so I'm going to make sure that I'm really trying to keep it. There we go. Those ones are better. I'm just taking my time. I'm not trying to rush. And it seems like a lot of 8s, but that's how we get better at things, as if we keep trying. Now I'm to my last dot. I know I'm going to raise my hand and find a grown-up to come watch. And I'm going to do my S and then curve back around to the top. Now I'm done with writing my 8s. What do I have to do next? Do you remember? Exactly, we are going to draw 8 objects. And I have my crayons this time, and I am going to draw 8 crescent shapes. And a crescent shape is kind of like a moon shape, and I'll teach you how to draw that. I am going to draw my crescent shapes just like I counted my fingers with my group of 5 and 3 extra ones. So I'll do a row of 5 crescents, and then underneath I'll do my 3. We call this a 5 group. So I'm going to draw a C and then a little c to make my crescent moon shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to go make my 3 group underneath my 5 group. 6, 7, and 8. And I really tried to keep my lines of my top row and my bottom row so I can visually see number 8 a little bit easier. Now I'm going to go back and count, make sure I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it. That was number 8. Great job, everybody.